Many businesses struggle to convert their visitors into customers with their content because it doesn't resonate with their target audience and doesn't drive them to action effectively. This leads to so many missed opportunities and poor conversion rates, even on websites that get a lot of traffic. So the question is, how do you create content that actually generates conversions? Well, in this video, I'll take you through 7 simple strategies that we use here at Entail to turn our clients' content into a conversion tool. Let's get started. First off, you want to make sure that you optimize the structure of your site. Start by mapping out all of your topics to better understand which stage of the conversion funnel they target, whether it's the bottom for those ready to make a purchase or the top for those just becoming aware of your brand. Then identify the type of searches that your audience might use. For example, someone searching for a headless CMS may either be looking for a product page or for a comparison page of the top headless content management systems for SaaS companies. You can use this information to decide what type of page you want to create for each topic. Next, organize these pages in a way that naturally guides your visitor towards conversion. Your website should be structured like a funnel, with product and feature pages at the bottom, supported by guides and comparison pages in the middle, and broader informational articles at the top. This structure creates a clear path for users to follow, which supports the user journey and ultimately leads to a higher conversion rate. The next strategy is to create content that Google understands. Google knows exactly what users are searching for and what they find helpful and valuable. So by creating content that Google understands, the chances are high that your users on your website will understand that information as well. Google earns over $200 billion annually from ads that send users to the bottom of the funnel. But that revenue comes from less than 10% of searches, specifically those with high transactional intent. Google displays ads only for these bottom of the funnel searches. So in other words, Google is built to convert traffic. They make their money by helping users complete their search query goals, and the entire internet is tailored to their guidelines and what they compensate. So to create content that Google understands, use your SEO effectively, even when building your feature pages. If you don't use the right keywords or try to be too clever with the way that you display your product, you're likely to fail. Instead, do your research on what needs to be on each page so that you can successfully convert traffic from those pages. Strategy number 3 is understand which stage of the funnel each piece of content targets. This tells you what your audience needs and helps you understand if they're ready to make a purchase or just looking for more information. You can use this knowledge to create compelling CTAs for every stage of the funnel. For example, if you're looking at an article called Dangers of Hiking in San Francisco that includes a section on twisting your ankle, that's the perfect opportunity to include a CTA on hiking shoes with good ankle support. But remember that content designed for the top of the funnel is less likely to convert those users at the bottom of the funnel. For instance, in an article on the best places to hike in San Francisco, that might engage your target audience, but it's less likely to actually get them to go out and buy those hiking shoes. So the same CTA might not work at every stage of the funnel. This brings us to our next strategy, customizing your CTAs to the intent behind every single piece of content. You need to tailor your CTAs to the specific intent and context of every piece of content, and even to individual sections within it. For instance, in that article that I mentioned earlier about the dangers of hiking in San Francisco, let's say there's a section on the narrow paths that are alongside cliffs. Your CTA could be about appropriate safety gear. That way, your CTA is a continuation of the user journey and doesn't seem like an out-of-place random ad. This is actually similar to what Google does. Google shows you the ads that are most relevant to your search and actually rewards advertisers based on a quality score that includes relevance. So the more relevant your ad, the lower your cost per click and the higher the chances are that it'll appear for that search. Next is strategy number 5, adding multiple CTAs for different users and preferences. Some articles may have multiple opportunities to add CTAs according to different user preferences and behaviors in various ways. Some people like to skim over articles, and so the CTA that would work best for them are large CTAs that grab their attention, whereas other users like to read articles word for word, and so the best CTAs to complete their user journey would be contextual links. Different CTAs can also target users at multiple stages of the conversion funnel. In B2B content, for instance, you may have seen multiple CTAs like start a free trial, subscribe to this email list, book a demo, or download a guide, all within the same piece of content. It's all about meeting users at their different stages of the funnel and engaging with them to maximize conversion opportunities. Strategy number 6 is align your content and marketing goals. When selecting your CTAs, ask yourself, what marketing goal is most relevant to this piece of content, and what value proposition can bridge the gap between my content and reaching those marketing goals? Your value proposition is usually the copy that you use when creating your CTA. For example, if I were writing an article on how to create content that converts, and my goal was to promote Entail's conversion rate optimization tool, my CTA or my value proposition would highlight something that includes information about how this tool can increase conversions. You can also use multiple variations of your value proposition to reach different users at different stages of the funnel and maximize conversion opportunities. Our last strategy is keep experimenting to refine your approach. As with all things in marketing, creating content that converts takes constant experimentation. It's up to you to take all your elements, test them out, and see what works. You can do this on 3 levels. Number 1, relevancy. How do you select the marketing goals that are most relevant to your content? Number 2, likelihood of conversion. Based on your CTA, how likely are your users to convert, and how relevant are your CTAs to their user journey? And number 3, value proposition. Based on your value proposition or copy, how likely are users to click on your CTAs and convert? It can be difficult to test out multiple CTAs on websites that have hundreds or even thousands of pages. But start off by focusing on your bottom of the funnel pages that are likely to get the most conversions, and then look at your pages that get the most traffic. And that wraps up our list of strategies on how to create content that converts. Remember, it's all about seamlessly guiding your users through the conversion funnel with relevant CTAs that help them complete their user journey. It's up to us to help them find what they're looking for, solve any challenges they may have, and hopefully help them discover something new. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or check out our description for more resources. And while you're there, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.